Okay, bet. Welcome to the first collab episode. Well, I mean, we've collabed before, but it was for something else. But welcome to the first collab. Probably a many more to come, especially with Summer League going on. But
Yeah,
you
we
already
got a
know
lot
who
to
I
talk
am.
about.
And there's my boy from Buzz Boys.
Terry,
We'll put the
Buzz
links to
Boys.
everybody's stuff in the description. But go ahead and introduce yourself, or just in case,
What's
even
good,
though
man?
you're gonna post it on yours too.
Yeah, I'm gonna post on my YouTube. I'm Buzz Boys. I'm Terry, whatever you want to call me. Check me out on YouTube at Buzz Boys and Twitter at Buzz Boys 919. I'm almost at 600 subscribers, so give me 600. Really
Get
get
in
me to
there.
1,000 so I can start getting
Get in there.
paid on this shit.
Yes, sir. Get in there.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what did you think of this first game? Of this first game against the Victor Wembanyama less San Antonio Spurs?
Man,
I guess we could talk about the game as a whole, and then we could break it
yeah,
down by the
yeah.
Hornets after.
As a whole, man, it was ugly from the very, very beginning. It was ugly. It was no structure. It was very obvious that there is no true point guard on this roster. I thought Kobe Simmons was actually gonna play. I was surprised he didn't play. I think the Hornets are honestly just trying to figure out, can Nick Smith or Marley Bailey play point guard? Because the Hornets seem to be cheaping out on going to get a backup point guard in free agency. So I think that's really what this is. It's a type of trial for that. But overall, the game was ugly. It was like AAU basketball. I'm about to take turns in ISO, and then after I miss and shoot fucking terribly, it's your turn to do the same thing. It was ugly. No defense was played for real, and no offense was played because we have an 11-point first quarter, and that led to everything downhill. At one point, we cut it to 14, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was like
Yeah,
14, 15.
yeah. I think that was about as competitive as it got, and then it went right back up to 30. So it was just an embarrassment, to be honest. But that fourth quarter, though, Brandon Miller gave us hope. Like, I'm like, bro,
He was hitting. He was hitting. I said, "Oh my god!"
I'm like, bro, why us, bro? Did that fourth quarter came, he had 12 fourth quarter points because the shots he was taking weren't necessarily bad; they just weren't dropping.
They were rimming out. I was watching. I was
a lot
watching
of
the
shots
game.
from a lot of guys were rimming out, but
Right,
dropping
Nick
for
Smith
Brandon.
Jr. was also another one where
Yeah.
a lot of his shots were rimming out.
Rimming out.
If I mean, like another day, those shots would have hit.
Those shots would have hit. But for Nick Smith, I loved his floater. That's something like breaking down his film and check out my channel's draft grade series. I give everybody grade, went over the pros and cons. Nick Smith has an amazing floater. It's amazing. It's his go-to. He's not the most explosive guy out there on the court, so he loved that floater, and he showed that he did what he does well, and that's what I liked from Nick Smith. But I don't see point guard playmaker, no. And I'm not sold on Teo Maladon either. So we need to take care of
that. Yeah, we do. Because Nick Smith, he didn't play point guard at Arkansas. I know that was like kind of their plan going into the season. Yeah. And then he got hurt, and then Anthony Black shot off from there.
Yeah.
So if you really watch Arkansas later in the year, he was more off ball. And I think we talked about it before we started recording. He's more of a James Bouknight replacement.
Yeah,
that's literally what I saw. As soon as they drafted him, I was like, "This is a James Bouknight replacement."
Like they
play the exact same
and same build. They're both 6'5". Like what 185?
If anything, I would say coming out of college, James Bouknight was more, I would say, more smooth than athletic, as opposed to Nick. To me, is more athletic than smooth. But I mean, they both have similarities in their game. I just think James Bouknight came off as more of like that smooth scorer. And then Nick Smith Jr. is that guy who's just, he's just going to shoot. He's going to catch and shoot. Yeah. He's going to pull up, and he's going to, like you said, the floater. And that's his game. And it worked. It worked for him.
I love the pick, though, bro. Like,
I do, too.
He was the number one player in his class. Like, for us to get him at 27 is, like, historical value. Like, that doesn't happen. You don't go from number one in your class to 27. Not without a major injury. And it's an injury, I mean, I guess you could say it was major. He missed over half the season. Mm-hmm. But he showed why he was number one to me. I mean, he still averaged 13 points in college. And, I mean, he was on a loaded Arkansas team. His teammate, Anthony Black, number 6 overall. You had, with the
Jordan Walls.
Yeah, Jordan
Walls.
Yeah, and I wanted him. I
I
wanted
did. I
him,
wanted him so bad,
and
man. Talk about defense, man.
yeah, I liked him, and even Ricky Council the fourth, and I was surprised he went
Mhm.
undrafted. And
I did.
shout
I
out,
was
yeah,
too.
and shout out to him because my boy designed his draft day suit. So
Oh, for real?
yeah, my boy
Oh, that's
designed his draft
tough.
day suit. So I'm sad that he didn't get drafted, and obviously, but for you to be on a team with three other guys that are draft, well, in the NBA now, NBA players, for him to
Hmm.
come in the middle of the season and still have an impact, it shows he's the real deal. He can get a bucket.
Yeah, for sure. I think so because and another thing is that before his injury, even like you said, he was the number one player in his class. But it also even when he first originally got injured at the beginning of the season, he was still looked at as a top 5 pick. I remember like
Exactly.
I did like a mock draft like on Tankathon a few months ago, and I was okay with getting him at 7 or 6 or something like that. So getting him at 27, it was something I would have never imagined.
You.
But I will say he's a case of coming back hurt him because I know a lot of people like to blame players for coming back or not coming back. They're like, why would you do that? You gave up on your team. His draft stock is why he went
Yeah,
from at least being a lottery pick. I think him coming back not playing well and then fell to 27. I think if he
but
would have just sat out and left it up to the imagination, he probably would have went higher.
yeah, but to me, I that made me like him even more because it shows he got that dog in him. He cares about his
Mm-hmm.
team because he could easily pull, a Ben Simmons, Michael Porter Jr. He's not even fucking playing, but he could have coasted off his high school clout right into the
Mm-hmm.
NBA. But he wanted to be out there with his brothers, and I mean, Arkansas made a pretty deep run, and he was a part of that. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
he was.
13 points in college for a freshman is pretty good. Like, it's not a bad season.
Brandon Mills looked at having one of the best college seasons in a while.
He was
He
at
averaged
18.
18 or 19. So
Yeah,
he was 6
yeah,
off, and then he's a way better 3-point shooter. So
yeah. So
that's really the difference right there.
yeah, so I was really happy with that pick though.
Yeah, I think, like you said, I think he had a pretty good game. I know the stats may not look at it because, like, I'm looking at him
Yeah, the
now.
stats for everybody's ugly. We got clapped for a
Ugly, yeah,
reason.
but you could have watched it, you would see what we saw. There was some things to be happy about, but there was definitely some things to be mad about. I think we can, since we said one good positive, I guess, about Nick Smith Jr. Let's break it down to one negative. What is the first negative you want to talk about? And I feel like I already know what it is.
I mean, the first negative was, something that I feel like isn't necessarily a fault of his own, but he's not an NBA level playmaker. I don't see him able to run even a bench unit. I don't see him
Mm-hmm.
able to command these grown men and run the offense. Like,
Right.
and there, to me, that's not even necessarily his fault. It's just a team trying to turn somebody into something they're not. Similar to what we tried to do with James Booknight last summer.
That's another
Like,
good
like,
example.
bro, the Hornets just kept trying to make James Booknight a backup point. He's not a fucking point guard, bro. He's just not. And
He's
I feel
not.
the
He's
same
not.
with Nick Smith. Like, at the end of the day, the playmaking that I saw, it was exactly what I expected. He's not gonna be that good at it. Like, I'm not expecting him to go out
He
and
looked
have.
confused. He looked confused out there sometimes.
Yeah,
Now, granted,
he
I
looked
think
good
we
in
talked about
transition
this.
though. He did look good in
Yeah, in
transition. I
transition,
liked the
he
way
looked
he got
very
downhill.
comfortable. It was in
But
half court where he looked a little lost, but to like you said, not to a fault of his own. The team looked lost. Like if you watch Spurs in
yes,
the half court, they had people cutting, not getting in each other's way. The Hornets were running into each other,
like what did we
cutting each other
practice?
off.
What did we practice,
I
bro?
was like,
Like
bro,
for
this
real.
Spurs team like coach or Pop came and coached them. Like
Yeah,
that's what it
exactly.
looked
Like,
like.
bro,
Like
we
these,
weren't doing the 3-man weave, none of that shit in practice, bro. Like, I don't know what the fuck
I
we
don't know
were
what we were
doing.
practicing, bro.
I
We were
don't
practicing.
know,
They were
bro.
just playing horse.
It
Because
was
at the beginning, it was a lot of ISO. It was so much
It was
ISO.
just like take turns basketball. It was Houston Rockets NBA AAU. That's what it was. It was
That's what it
nasty.
looked like.
It was
So
nasty. But that second half, I don't know if coach cussed them the fuck out or whatever, but like in the middle of that third quarter, like when we really like started going, I think we went on what 12-2 run or something like that.
yeah,
Like the whole team was just invigorated. They were playing defense, we were getting steals, they're shooting passing lanes. It's just like, where the fuck was this? And then that fourth quarter, Brandon Miller he showed, yo,
crazy.
I'm the number 2 overall pick. Like he went crazy.
Yeah, I like what I saw from him, and especially in the fourth quarter. And I made a comment about it, like what I'm more I'm more so value on what he did in the fourth than I am upset at what he did the first three quarters.
And I mean,
because the first three quarters he was garbage. I'm not even gonna lie to you, he was garbage.
Yeah.
But I wasn't worried. Like it wasn't like, oh, we made the wrong pick or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it was like, damn, he's struggling. He's struggling.
Yeah, he's struggling, and it was just like I don't know. It could have just been first game jitters, and I really like I said, like we talked about earlier, his shot selection wasn't necessarily that bad. And I know I saw plenty of tweets about how weak he looked, saying he can't complete an and one, and it was going to be 3 years till we saw complete an and one. I don't know who tweeted that, but that shit was funny. But he did get a few and ones in the game. Like he just had to get going, and that's just something for. I mean, as players that are scorers, you see the ball go through a few times, you feel good. It just can do something for you. But he made good passes. The playmaking was impressive for his size, for his position, and also the rebounding. He showed why he averaged 8 rebounds in college. So I was impressed with that from him. And
if he wasn't pulling it, he was. If he wasn't pulling the rebound down himself, he was tipping it. Now, Kai was standing there just looking at him battle. But because there was a few possessions, and I wish I might even go back and look just for the sake of this, but there was a few possessions where ball comes off the rim, Amari Bailey has to fly from the perimeter to tip it while Kai Jones just stands there and looks at the ball. And not even boxing out anybody, just literally just looking.
Like it's like Kai just looked like a deer in the headlights several times on offense and defense. And it's like he's physically gifted to the point where he can run fast, jump, dunk on any fucking body. But it's like outside of that, it's just like, bro, his basketball IQ is non-existent. It's crazy. Like, bro, this is year 3. What do you work on? And I don't know if you remember, but this was maybe 3 weeks ago. Kai Jones posted a video and he was out there dribbling, crossing, doing step back threes, bro. And I said, this is not what he needs to be working on to help him get real NBA minutes. And some people argue with me up under that tweet. I don't know if you remember that, but it was painstakingly obvious. You're not going to do this in a game. If he made the 3 in the video, whatever, but LaMelo was guarding him. LaMelo wasn't playing defense. And on top of that, even if you make that shot, you think Steve Clifford wants you taking that shot? If you miss that shit, you're getting pulled. Even if you make it, you're probably coming out either fucking way.
I think he got pulled tonight, because I know you were saying that you didn't really see the first few minutes of the game, but when he did that, where he pulled, I think he got a steal and tried to go up the court, similar to what he did last week.
In transition.
They pulled him out after that.
Going all the way. He doesn't like to pass in transition. It's like, bro. Now, Jalen Bedeau is somebody who used to do that same shit, but he would score.
He would score. He would score.
Kai Jones in transition, he's not passing. Now he'll fuck around, hit with that little behind the back, and they'll be like, "What the fuck?" And then he gets to the rim.
Didn't create no space.
He gets to the rim, bro, and it's like if he can't dunk it, he's finna sell the layup, bro.
Oh yeah, it's always like the ugliest layup you'll ever see.
Yeah, bro.
And it's just frustrating because, like to your point, he's so athletically gifted. Like this man could do things that I have not seen many people do.
It's just like bro, why can't you put it together?
Just can't put it together. And part of it is like, I wouldn't say he doesn't want to put it together. It's just he doesn't want to be the player he's built to be. Like something I mentioned when I was talking about when we drafted James Najee. I was like, what I like about James Najee is he's 18, 19. He knows what he is. I'm here to rebound. I'm here to block.
Video,
I'm here to set screens. Kai Jones wants to dribble. He doesn't want to pass. But if Kai Jones when Kai Jones passes, I bet he passes like LaMelo. Like he doesn't want to. He wants to dribble. He wants to shoot. He wants to do everything else. But he does not want to just be a center. He wants to be old Ben Simmons. Yeah, and it's just like, bro, that's not your game. At least not yet. At least do the basics first. Just be a regular center. I don't care if you're Clint Capella. Clint Capella.
Mason Plumlee ruined him.
He saw Mason do it, and it was like he wants to do it too.
I blame Plumlee, bro. He was under Plumlee's wing, and he thought that shit was the route, bro.
Plumlee used to do it too, but at least Plumlee would pass. That was Plumlee's problem, though. He would just wait. Like
he thought he was Magic Johnson. That was Plumlee's
It was like, bro, just take it up, bro. It's like, bro, Trae Young is on you. Just take it up. Like he was just behind the back. But yeah, Kai is it's
I'm
just
trying to pull
frustrating
up the
because it's been
box
so
score,
long.
bro, because I think I saw that Kai Jones had 0 rebounds, and I'm finna see if that's true.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, he did. He had 0. I'm looking.
Yeah,
He had
Kai
0
Jones
rebounds.
as a starting center that played 21 minutes, 0 for 3 from the field, 0 fucking rebounds, 0 assists, 5 fouls, 2 points. Bro, you're bro,
21 minutes. Good
you're
God.
sentenced to the Greensboro Swarm forever, bro. It's over. Like Kai
Oh
is not
man.
helping. Kai is not going to contribute to the Hornets playing winning basketball, bro.
And
It's
wasn't there a point last year where he wasn't even playing for, like, he was on the team at the Greensboro, so he wasn't getting any minutes? I think there was a
now
time where he just
I don't remember that because I know whenever
maybe it
he
was.
went
I'm
to
thinking of Book Night.
yeah. Now Book
I
Night
think it was
did get
Book
some
Night. I'm thinking of.
Book Night did get some DMPs and was coming off the bench in Greensboro.
I was
Now,
like, bro.
with Kai, whenever he went to Greensboro, it's like when Kai goes to Greensboro, he has fucking 27 points, 14 rebounds, 4
Oh
blocks,
man,
and then
boy
he
turned
comes
into
right
Hakeem
back to the
Olajuwon.
Hornets, and it's just like, what the fuck? But I
I think
think
it's
with
because he be doing the same shit. Like, I think it's because it works in the G League. So the thing, he's like, oh, I can do it here, and it's like, bro, no, you can't. You
bro,
cannot.
and I don't remember exactly what video I talked about this shit in, but this is where I feel like Greensboro can hurt these guys, bro,
For
because
sure.
they
For
go to
sure.
Greensboro and down there in Greensboro, they're not strict with them. They don't make them play within the system, and they go down there and they have the green light to do whatever the fuck, and they don't work on shit that is going to help them contribute on the real team. Okay, you might be able to take this 30-foot step back jumper in Greensboro, but you are not gonna have the shot opportunities or the minutes to do shit like this in Charlotte. Because as soon as you do some dumb shit, you're done. You're getting a DNP for the next like 10 games.
And I think Mark Williams is a good testament to that because of who he is. He didn't a lot. If you watch Mark Williams in Greensboro, he is not the same person he is when he comes up to Charlotte. Like, he plays obviously a little bit of the same, but in Greensboro, he was pulling off some shit that he was pulling off, like post spins and all that. He don't do that, but like I said, it's because of who he is. He knows I
yeah,
can't just be doing that shit
yeah,
when I'm
that.
with
But
Charlotte.
it's honestly because Steve Clifford was very vocal about that. Steve Clifford came out and said Mark Williams can shoot threes, but he's not going to
Yeah,
do it this year.
he
We
said
can
that
wait. We
quick,
can
dude.
we can wait and try that next year and let
Mm-hmm.
his game, develop. Like, I want you to be great at what you're good at first. That's what Steve Clifford said, and that's what I think Kai Jones needs to fucking learn, bro. You might be able to shoot the occasional three, Kai Jones. You might be able to dribble sometimes, but damn it, until you're good enough at blocking, setting screens, dunking, and doing the stuff that a center could do, then you can focus on trying to expand your game. But it's like, bro, you a fucking 68 overall, bro, trying to work on other shit, bro. I need you to
And trying to
block
catch
and dunk.
oops.
Like,
They threw so many oops tonight, and I was like, bro, I know this
and
is
none
Kai
of them
telling them
shits
to throw them.
work. They
I
didn't
know
work
this
for
was Kai telling
shit.
them to throw them, bro. I got to
Like,
go back
bro.
and see if he was pointing up because they threw him so many. And it was like, bro, there's 3 people on him. Why are y'all even attempt? I'd rather you shoot it.
And that's where it's just like, bro, like, for y'all to be year 3 guys, it wasn't obvious to me that
Yeah,
these are the leaders right here. Oh, that's the number 2 overall pick right there. Now, until that fourth quarter, it didn't seem like there was a number 2 overall pick on that court. It seemed like he
I
might have
agree.
played for the Spurs. He might have played for the Spurs, but he wasn't on the Hornets roster until that fourth quarter. But yeah, I didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of that, man. I was disappointed from the veterans. Now, Book Knight, he didn't have the worst game, but
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
as a 3-year veteran, he didn't make the leap that I thought, bro. He had 12 fucking points and shot
And then I think
25% from three and
yeah,
one
it had
assist.
like ones across the board, like 1
Yeah,
rebound, 1
so
assist, 1
so
steal.
it's just like, bro, at the end of the day, these guys, first off, by your 3rd year, if you're good enough, you shouldn't even be playing summer league. But for you to be here and not clearly be the best player for your team, I'm disappointed.
Or at least a leader. Like, it was just like, bro, you getting some. Like, this is the thing. For James Booknight and Kai Jones specifically, this is it. Y'all don't figure it out here. I'm not saying you're going off the team, but I am saying it's going to be really hard to get these Well, they were our first round pick minutes because I feel like that's what they've been getting the last 3 years, really.
Yeah.
Well, we already spent a first round pick on them. We might as well. This is it. If you don't show up in this summer league, that's it for you. You're not getting those minutes. Bryce McGowens was a first round pick, but they gave him a fully
Bryce
guaranteed contract, so he's going to get those minutes. Nick Smith Jr. is going to get those minutes. Cody Martin's coming back. I don't know what they're going to do with that, but he's that's someone who didn't even play last year. So this is it for y'all. So when Brandon Miller, I think there was a point where Brandon Miller did something stupid, turned it over. We're down 30, and he's smiling. If I'm Book Knight, I'm like, hey, cut that shit.
What the fuck?
My career is on the line. Are you out here joking? Like, and it's serious because it's like, why are y'all are the veterans at this point? 3 years in, while y'all may not have the minutes or whatever of other people who are in your draft class, you've still been in the league. Yeah, this is summer league. So at least like do something. Like, so when Brandon Miller was smiling, you'd be like, bro, you just turned it over and we're down 30. There's nothing to smile about.
But one thing I will say from Book, now it really doesn't mean too much, doesn't really mean shit. But like they were going to commercial and like they were zooming out, and it was something in the background. Whereas if I was anything other than a Hornets fan, I wouldn't notice. Book was the only person on the bench clapping. He was clapping.
I saw that, yeah.
And you know, so that's something that we didn't even see from him in Charlotte. In Charlotte, bro, he'd be sitting there twiddling his thumbs. Like, he could care less about what the fuck is going on when there's a Charlotte Hornets game on. And I think now he realizes, yo, my career on the line. So, you know, at least he did show that from that little clip of him on the bench. But, I mean, his play didn't necessarily show it. Bro, you need to have 20 plus, period. I don't give a fuck.
At least 20 shots. One of the two.
Yeah, something.
I'd rather you take all. If we're going to lose like this, at least put it up.
He was 4 for 7, right?
Yeah, 4 for 7.
Yeah,
24 minutes,
like
26 minutes.
At the end of the day, the field goal percentage, well, the 3-point percentage was bad. He was 1 for 4, right? But, I mean, 4 for 7 from the field. Okay, be more aggressive, bro. Like, that's over 50% shit. Be more aggressive if you're not shooting that badly. But it's like, he wasn't aggressively hunting his shot, which is, I mean, good, I guess, because he's really a shot chucker, to be honest. But he wasn't playmaking for others. It's like, you're just out there. You're just one of the guys. You're not the leader of this fucking team, which he should.
It looked like Bryce McGowens to me.
Exactly.
Like, to your point, what you were talking about, Book Night clapping, Bryce McGowens, every time when he was on the bench, he would be the first person off when, you know, timeout or whatever happened. He would be the first one coming up, dapping to the players, talking to the players. And then also his play. I didn't see him really talking to anybody like that, but the way he was playing, he was like, all right, I'm going to make the most of this. Like, if you look at his stat, yeah, he was 3 for 10, but I will take, if you watch the game, I will take that kind of 3 for 10. Because my biggest thing
he played with.
Right. That was my biggest thing with Bryce from last year when we were playing those like trash games where he was starting. He still kind of played like, oh, I'm a second round pick. Don't want to step on nobody's toes. But it's like at that point, it's like, bro, the season's over. Take off. Do what you do. Drop. Shoot 20 times.
Sometimes he shows that dog. And he's right. And one thing I like about McGowens, he actually cares about defense. And any player on this team that does that, I automatically like them because that is our Achilles heel. This team is simply not interested in playing defense, bro.
They don't care, man.
Steve Clifford did get this team playing. Once we finally started marketing, should have been fucking doing. Yeah. You know, we were a top 5 defensive team in the NBA, which I'm looking forward to this year. Hopefully we can replicate.
A month. It was like a month and a week or something like that. It was a good little bit.
So hopefully we can replicate that. But McGowens, the reason McGowens is going to get minutes is because he can show flashes of a two-way player. You know, the Hornets, I think we learned from that whole Malik Monk, like, okay, you can give me 10, 12 points, but bro, you're going to get blown by every time and give up fucking 20 points on the other, and it doesn't matter.
And as good as Malik Monk has been in Sacramento, that was their downfall. They couldn't play defense worth of crap. So, I mean, now granted, I will say that the Hornets let Malik Monk go, and then they're still allowing the same thing. So it's kind of like, I get you're trying to send a message, but you didn't change anything. But still, I will say, like you said, Bryce McGowens, he shows he can affect the game in other ways outside of just scoring. And Brandon Miller, I think, showed that to an extent tonight too, because
all-around game.
Right, his fouls were stupid. Like, this is the thing, though. Yeah, all his fouls were dumb.
He took a lot of frustration fouls. You could tell he was angry, and you know he had a certain type of probably envision of how he was going to go out there and play.
For sure.
So for the first 3 quarters, it was nowhere close to whatever he probably had predicted from himself. He was mad. He took a lot of stupid fouls. He took
and then he had a bad turnovers, trying to throw oops to Kai, just stupid stuff. Everything that I think I had a problem with his game tonight is stuff that easily can be fixed with just him playing.
Yeah, because
I don't think you're taking those dumb fouls if you don't have 10. You have 10 summer league fouls. So I guarantee you more than half of those he wouldn't have did if it was the regular 6, and then the turnover the same thing. But everything else, I mean, he's as advertised, in my opinion. The shot,
he was as advertised, and he got to the basket better than I thought. He got to the basket pretty well.
He did,
and I think that anger did something to help that as well because he was relentless. He, his field goal percentage wasn't that good, but he didn't stop shooting. He didn't stop getting downhill. He didn't stop getting to the free throw line, and that's something that I like with him too. His shot wasn't crazy, but he got to the free throw line. How many free throws did he shoot?
You had 7, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, he shot 7.
So that was most of his points. I think he had 6 points, like they were all fucking free throws. And he made one layup. He did make one layup.
He made one layup, and everybody's like, oh.
Yeah, his first points was in the second quarter. So he found other ways to get himself going, which is what you want from a player, to be self-motivated at this stage of their career.
Yeah, and then even at the end when he got the and one, you could tell he wasn't happy. Like he didn't voice it, but that's that's something minute, but it matters to me because I've seen this team be down 30 and be like doing the stupid handshakes on the bench, and it'd be making me mad. It'd be like, bro, if I was on instead of 6 feet, if I was just 6'4", like it'd be making me that mad. It'd be like, bro,
oh god,
it'd be making me so mad. Like people be laughing at like, oh, I have a bunch of friends. Like we in this basketball group chat, all their teams made the playoffs last year, even the Kings fan. So they all just be laughing at me. They'd be like, bro, I'm not even mad at y'all laughing at me because my team is sitting here down 30 doing that stupid LaMelo Miles Bridges where they sway side to side. I'd be like, bro, we're down 45. Like, what are we doing? So, but you could tell he was frustrated in his game. I hope that doesn't affect him like mentally, but I do appreciate you could tell he just was not happy.
Yeah.
And that's the type of energy we need because I know people dogged him for that because they were saying Scoot is this person who you gonna know how he feels. And that was something I liked about Scoot. But Brandon Miller's that way too. I just don't think he's that vocal about it.
Yeah, Miller is a more soft-spoken guy, and like the social media team has been showing him more and more. And like he is kind of funny and but he's still you can tell he's still kind of reserved. Like he's not the most outgoing personality. But bro, as far as his mental fortitude goes, I'm not worried about it. At the end of the day, I mean, it sounds bad, bro, but that nigga beat a murder charge and came and dropped 40, bro. Like,
right.
Day, bro. Like, motherfuckers chanting, lock him up. Lock him. Like, bro, that's crazy. And that motherfucker had 40. Like,
40.
Bro, nothing regarding sports can compare to that shit. Like, they're literally chanting, this man should be in jail. And he's hooping. Like,
going crazy. So flexing and talking and everything.
So
man.
With that already kind of showed me his mental fortitude, and I feel like that definitely had a lot to why Michael Jordan probably chose his ass. Like, because
sure,
if that can't get in your head, bro, nothing get in your head. Motherfuckers doing you on a second free throw to try to get a frosty. That shit ain't gonna bother you. The way that shit bothers Isaiah Thomas.
Oh yeah, boy, what?
That shit ain't gonna bother him, bro.
It ain't gonna bother him at all. And then also, like, you gotta think about it. Like, even on a smaller scale, like we said tonight, the first 3 quarters, he was horrible. He was horrible. But in that fourth quarter, he came out and hooped. And for that to be the first game everybody's seeing you, obviously, there's talks about you shouldn't have been the second overall pick. And then I mean, it's just in general, you played like crap the first 3 quarters. To come out in that fourth quarter and hoop the way he did, I'll take it. I'll take it any day of the week.
When they play in Vegas?
They play in the real summer league, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So they not in Salt Lake. Okay. I thought.
But if he dropped 20, it's over. Like the narrative is over.
Yeah. But I mean,
it's my god.
Brandon Miller, the fact that he finished with 18, that's a good respectable number. Like if he would have had like 12, it would have been like, damn. But like, okay, he had 18. Okay, damn, he basically had 20. You know what I'm saying? Like
he basically had 20. So as long as Scoot don't get 30, we should be good.
So on the 5th, bro, who we play? You know who we play?
The Warriors. Yeah.
So if Brandon Miller goes for like 25 that game, which he could, because the fact he had 18, he started off so badly, he could easily have 20 plus.
Yeah, for sure.
So, that should put everything to bed. And plus, he's going to have a good all around game. We know he's going to rebound and get a few assists. So, but something that really, something I really liked watching him, his closeouts. He was
Mm-hmm.
out there, he was contesting every shot. And I mean, his wingspan, like, that was something that was so evident to me, just the length on the floor from not just him, from just everybody. I mean, Nick Smith, like the wingspan out there. I mean, it's crazy. Nick Smith has a fucking 6'11" wingspan.
I did not know that.
Like, bro, what the fuck? So
I could see it. Like now you're saying it, and I'm thinking
yeah,
I
because
could
like
see it. I did not know that
he's
though.
6'5", bro. So it's like his arms longish, like so. It's just like it was like a play where in the corner, Miller contests, the shot comes off the rim, they get the offensive rebound. Miller's fighting for the block, Nick Smith's fighting for the block, like, and I think we got the block and went the other way. And it was just like, okay, I started clapping. I was like, yeah, nigga, like, okay, this is what the fuck I want to see. Like, okay, shit's going bad, you're down 30, but can you fight? Are you gonna fight on those closeouts, stuff like that? Because that shit why the Hornets honestly used to get cooked last year. We're lazy closing out, like, and just last days ago, don't give a fuck. But
Mm-mm.
the Hart and Brandon Miller show is something that like is good for the culture. It's what
I think yeah, it is because he didn't give up on anything. If he got beat or anything like that, he didn't. And I think also I know some of it. There was plays where it seemed like he was kind of like out muscled. If anything, I felt like he was trying not to. He was trying not to foul. I'm not saying that he does. He doesn't need to game muscle because he do.
yeah, he do.
But
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was he was trying not to foul. I think he was trying not to like be too physical. But I mean, I think he's going to learn real quick that that's how you play. That
Yeah,
it's
it
not
just
college
it just
basketball.
is
You
what
do
it
get
is.
yeah. So I think that's more of a learning curve more so than like his body because once he started playing that way, he was straight. Like
Yeah,
like
he
like you
was
said, he
straight.
started and ones and converting that
Yeah.
basket. So he just had to
Indeed.
realize that it just
And
took too long.
he even tried to take that charge. Now he was a little late getting to the
Oh,
spot. It was a block, but that's still
right.
what you want to see. There's a lot of players, they're not putting anybody on line for no fucking charge. There's a
Mm.
lot of players that's not doing
Especially at
that.
half court down 30.
Yeah. Yeah, they not trying that shit. So like he definitely showed resiliency, and that was something that I really loved out of him. Now this is
Yeah.
something, it doesn't have nothing to do with summer league, bro. But I'm just generally curious, bro. What the fuck you think we should do at backup point guard? Like,
Oh man. My best bet for what we should do for the rest of the offseason, resign PJ, sign Io DeSumo.
yeah, that's
He
the
has
last
a
person at
ridiculous,
this point.
and then he also has he actually converts very well at the rim. If you look it up,
Yeah,
like 60% of his shots are at the rim, and he converts like no 50% of his shots are at the rim. He converts like 60% of those. So I mean, I'm
we need
taking it. I'm
somebody to
taking that
get
any day of the
downhill.
week.
We need a rim pressure like a motherfucker.
Right.
Like,
And then he's good enough to where he's not gonna maybe run the offense, but he can get to the basket and he can kick to the open guy. Like that's his game. He's
yeah,
good at that. Just the
that's all
Bulls
we
couldn't
need.
shoot. So
That's
it
all
didn't
we
look
need.
that good in Chicago.
And I wouldn't even have been mad if we brought back Dennis Smith Jr., especially considering he signed for $2.5 million. Like,
Man, when I
that's
saw
the
what he signed for, it made it
yeah.
worse.
Ain't that the vet minimum?
I think so, or close to it.
Yeah, so it's just like I thought he was gonna be that biannual exception, $4.5 million. He didn't even take that, bro. So it's like, bro, you could have brought him back. At the end of the day, he averaged 8 and 5 last year. That's good for your backup point guard, considering his defense. That's good. Now he did shoot 20 something percent from three, bro. Like that shit ass.
Yeah.
What was it, 22%?
It was
20.
yeah, it was low. It was
Yeah,
low.
yeah. So that shit is probably the real reason why. But I mean, shit, I don't know. I guess that could be improved. But yeah, AO gotta be the route, bro. Because bro, I had Lonnie Walker. I had a list of 13 players that I wanted to sign, and AO is the only person left from that list, bro.
Damn.
And
Who
maybe
else was
Chris.
on there?
Damn. Let's see if I got the fucking list, bro. I might have just threw that
'Cause-
paper away earlier. Fuck. Let me see if I can
I'm
find
trying
that
to
list.
think who else could be on there. I think I wanted Seth Curry. That was
Yeah,
on
Seth
one of
Curry was up
mine.
there. Damn. Let me find that fucking. Oh,
Who?
damn. I don't know where the fuck that list is at, bro.
Seth.
I had Seth Curry. I had Lonnie Walker. I had Dante DiVincenzo. I had Dennis Schroeder. I had Kobe White, Ayo DeSumo. I might have named him twice. I I
You
had
have Dylan Brooks on there.
I had Dylan Brooks.
I like Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, for the price, bro. Like now, well, Houston gave him fuck no.
Yeah,
No,
that was ridiculous. I don't blame the Hornets for that one. Oh, Bruce Brown would have been a really good one.
He was up there. Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes, those were the only forwards. Everybody else was a point guard. So when I'm at 10, I had think. Shit.
Was Malik Beasley on there?
I can't think on top of my head, bro. I want to find that list. But they were all guards though. Like I was trying to.
We need guards. We need like real guards.
Yeah, get that backup point guard. Did I say Dennis Schroeder?
Yeah, you did.
Let me see, because I know I tweeted it. Let me find that shit real quick. But
and that's the crazy thing. People are like, "Well, we have enough guards." It's like, none of them are proven. Like, as much as I like Bryce isn't proven yet.
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. But this motherfucker tweeted, "We need to cut Kai Jones," and he added Kai Jones on Instagram and said, "Hornets need to cut you." Bro, that shit got 2 views, bro. And Kai Jones.
Kai's one of them. That's crazy.
Oh shit.
That's embarrassing.
That's crazy as hell. That nigga said Kai Jones Hornets need to cut you, and that nigga looked at that shit like, damn. But shit, bro, Kai need to see the truth, bro. You asked, bro. Like, bro, I don't want to talk down on nobody. I want motherfuckers to play good.
I do too. That's why I never really try to say anything. But Kai, he's good. Well, he has what it takes to be good. He just like refuses to be good.
Niggas say he refuses, bro. Like, bro, just play smarter, bro. Like, damn, bro, what the fuck do you be doing? All right. Okay, who was I missing? Gabe Vincent and Russell Westbrook. Shake Milton. And Shake
Milton would have been another good one, yeah.
So yeah, that was my 13. 11 of them were point guards. So it's just like, how the fuck the Hornets missed out on all of them motherfuckers? I don't know. They'll never cease to amaze me, bro.
Well, we might miss out on PJ because he just tweeted super blessed, and that was it. So I feel like that's a after I got signed tweet, but I feel like the Hornets would have put that out by now.
I mean, but it's 48 hours until other teams can offer, right?
Yeah.
So, well, is the 48 hours today? It might be. Well, no, it's not midnight yet.
I think it's tomorrow. I think it ends tomorrow.
Yeah. So I think tomorrow at noon or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So you feel me? Personally, I think that PJ's a Hornet just simply off the fact that no other team has money for real, and he is restricted. So I mean, if another team offers him fucking $12 million a year, the Hornets will match that. I feel like honestly, if it's anything less than 20, we'll probably match it. Now, I don't even want to pay him, considering the fact that we haven't really seen too much of a market for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even really want to pay him more than like 16, 17.
That's kind of where I've always been with him.
Yeah, 16, but 17. Like 18 high end. But like if we have to give him 20, like it's like give him 20 or lose him, because we got a $7 million deal done with Miles. Fuck it, give PJ 20. But outside of that, I mean, anything past that, all right, bro, goodbye.
I would say that brings up a good point, because anything higher than, like we said, 16, 17, at that point, you got to think about PJ would be he could be coming off the bench. And I'm not paying him. This is why. Because one thing I will say after tonight, as much as we've talked about what I liked about Brandon Miller's game, he is not no 2. Everybody was saying he's a 2. He may be a spot up 2, and maybe if they run like a positionless lineup and he just technically is at the 2, but he is not a real 2, not right now, like you said.
Not right now.
So if that's the case, he has to be a 3, which means Miles has to be a 4. PJ's coming off the bench. Do I want to pay my bench player on this kind of team $17 million? No. If we were good, it's different. It's like, we need to keep him. He's a versatile defender. Can never know when he can light it up. But for a team that's struggling to just have a decent starting 5, I'm not paying PJ, not necessarily PJ specifically, but anybody coming off my bench, 17, 18 million.
Now, like the thing for me, okay, I actually like did the video yesterday, and I was talking about what the perfect lineup would be. The perfect lineup to maximize the talent, Brandon Miller has to be able to be a 2. For us to maximize and get the most out of everybody, because to me, Miles is better at the 3 than the 4.
I think
so. And PJ is better at the 4 than the small ball 5 or whatever the fuck.
PJ's in that weird role where he is a 4. He can't be anything else.
PJ's a 4. I mean, when we go small ball against a team that actually is small, okay, PJ can
Right.
play the 5. But sometimes, like, I don't want to watch PJ Washington guard a 7-footer. I don't want to see it. I don't.
Tired of seeing y'all put him on
Yeah,
Embiid.
yeah, I don't want to see that shit, bro. So to me, it's like, okay, PJ's better at the 4, and Miles at the 3. Now Gordon, I don't give a fuck about Gordon. He's come off the bench. I don't care at all.
Yeah, it's the last year of his deal.
Yeah, it's the
So
last year of his deal. I'm not
whatever.
accommodating Gordon. I don't care. Now, personally, I think him coming off the bench is good for several reasons. One,
I think so.
possibly keep him healthy, which I saw you talk about.
And people got mad at me for it. They were like,
yeah.
well, why would you start Brandon Miller over Gordon Hayward? I said, I can give you 100 reasons right now why I would start Brandon Miller over Gordon Hayward.
Yeah. And then, so that, but also keeps him healthy, but he can stabilize that bench unit. It is young
And
guys.
we need that.
We are a young team. We need somebody who can keep their heads on. Okay, cool. Bring him off the bench. Now, the thing is Terry. Now, I think if today showed anything, it showed that maybe none of these young players are ready to step up and fill Terry's role. Regardless of what people think about him, he is still a 20-point per game scorer. Like, they don't just grow on trees.
And he's good at what his role is. I think
Yeah.
what happens is that, well, one, LaMelo's, I wouldn't say always hurt, but hurt a lot. Two, Miles was gone all year last year. It fell on Terry quickly, and I think that continuously happens.
He became a shot chucker. He was a shot chucker. That shit was bad at the time.
But
shout out to Kelly Oubre though, bro.
Man, he held the team down. Man.
Bro, how would you feel about bringing Oubre back, bro? Like, because we could technically, with the mid-level exception, right at like 12 a year.
I like Oubre. I would want to keep him, but I will say it is because of what you just said. None of these young guys are quite ready to do what Terry does. Because 2021, 2022, if you look at it, Terry Rozier was one of the best off-ball movers in basketball, and that was our best season in a minute.
Yeah.
Because Terry was able to run around and LaMelo was able to hit him. Terry was able to make a shot.
His catch and shoot numbers were crazy. And
but we don't have no one that could do that.
Yeah. It's something to where, man, we can't take it for granted. Now, am I in love with 6'1" Terry Rozier being in my backcourt for years to come? No, I want that shit to be over. But for right now,
I don't know why they thought that was going to work in the first place, actually.
Yeah, I mean, for right now, until, whether it be Nick Smith, McGowens, Book Knight, Amari Bailey, whoever it's going to be, Cody Martin, I don't even, until somebody shows that I can start right here beside LaMelo, kind of got to keep Terry as a placeholder. I mean, I don't see,
because at worst
it's not that bad compared to what we just saw get signed these last few days.
His contract is a steal now.
Exactly.
His contract is a steal.
Exactly. But like, to maximize the talent, I feel like you got to get Brandon at that 2 so you can get Miles at the 3 and PJ at the 4. And I mean, as a 6'9" guy out there, I'm looking as, okay, Brandon Miller is his GOAT. He's Paul George. Paul George can play the fucking 2. So yo ass need to get out there and fucking dribble, bro. And because like, even
his dribbling don't look that good.
Yeah, even today, like, he put the ball on the floor, he's probably getting ripped. Like, we need that. So I mean, maybe Brandon Miller comes off the bench as a 2. I don't know. Like, how do we get as many good players on the floor as possible? Like, what's your 10-man rotation for this team right now?
10-man, man. I've been trying to think about this for the last few days. Let's just do the lineup. I'll do LaMelo, Terry, Miles, PJ, Mark, Brandon Miller, Gordon Hayward, Nick Richards has to be in there. This is where it gets tough. I guess Cody Martin, because he's technically still our best perimeter defender, especially now with DSJ gone. And then a backup, whoever the backup point guard is, I think you have to give them a spot over anybody else, just because we need that. We need that backup point guard.
What? It's Miller, Gordon, Nick, Cody, and then whoever.
But see, if it's like who I want Bryce. I want Bryce in that rotation. I want Nick Smith Jr. in that rotation somehow.
Yeah, it's just like it's too much. We're too clogged.
Yeah, we're too clogged. And Nick Smith Jr. He's too close. He's closer to being on the roster, like playing, getting real minutes, than he is to Greensboro.
Yeah,
So that's why I
how
would
I
rather
feel
just
as
see
well.
him get the minutes. I know he's
That's
going to
how I feel
suck.
as well.
I'm okay with that. I'd rather him get the real minutes than to waste him in Greensboro because he's much
His
closer to
upside is
seeing
too
real
high.
NBA time.
His
Yeah,
upside is too high.
he's way closer to seeing NBA time than he is to being in the
So,
G League.
so to you, JT Thor's out of the rotation.
For now, I had to see what they're even trying to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, so to me in my video, I mean, I had Grant Williams in there if we do sign him, but it's like I feel
I
like
really
if you
like Grant
pay
Williams.
if you say you really do.
I really do.
Okay.
I don't want him over PJ, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend I'm mad. Like that he can literally guard. I looked up his basketball index. Bro is guarding point guards to centers often and does it pretty well.
So it's just like I would like Grant Williams as the backup four because that is a position of need. Now I would have rather us paid for a backup point guard and let JT Thor play backup four versus paying for backup four and now it's a question mark at backup point guard. But Grant Williams off the bench, I would love that. But that means you have to start PJ, bro, because you can't pay both and bury one of them. You can't. Like somebody has to fucking play, bro. So that's where it's like the log jam. It makes this shit confusing, bro.
I think they're going to do something with Terry.
What they're going to do with Terry? I gotta go unlock the door for my girl. I'll be right back.
All right, yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, but I think they're going to do something with Terry. I don't know what, but I think something with Terry's coming. The reason I say that is because they drafted two. We talked about it. They drafted two people who literally do what he does. Not, I wouldn't say do what he does, but you would hope they project to do what he does to some extent. Even though I do think Amari Bailey can kind of maybe be a lead guard. He just needs more reps.
Today. I mean, he did what I thought he was going to do, but he also showed defensive tenacity today. He showed playmaking. He showed just making the right play. Like you can see that he came from a good system in UCLA where he knows how to make the right play. He knows when it's time to try to score, knows when it's time to try to pass. I love what I saw from him today. But I still think he's Greensboro bound.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. I think he already's on that two-way. So yeah,
Wait, no, he's two-way?
I think they already made him a two-way. If I'm not mistaken.
So who's two-way?
I'm not sure.
Leaky's two, and Leaky disappointed today. He ain't do shit.
Leaky looked like how he looked. What was it? 2 years ago at UNC? Not the year they made the championship, but the year before that, where he looked. It was like, bro, what is he out here doing?
Yeah, Leaky. Yeah, Leaky definitely disappointed. I don't think he had you got his stats on hand. You got his.
Let's see. He didn't do anything. 17 minutes and literally 5 rebounds, 2 turnovers,
0 points.
Foul. 0 points. Yeah, that was
yeah. So I was just like, damn. He's just your honorary UNC Summer League member as usual.
He was shooting too many threes.
Yeah,
because he didn't do that in college. Like when Leaky shot a 3. Are you a UNC fan?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you remember when Leaky would shoot 3s? Everybody like, oh shit, is it gonna go in?
But in that last year, he was making them.
He was hitting them.
Even at the draft combine, he performed well from the 3-point line. So I'm like, okay, if Leaky can make the corner 3, because it's really where most of the time he takes them. If he can make that corner 3 to the top of the key 3, he can become a 3-and-D role player in the NBA.
I think so because he's pretty. His defense, I think, is there.
Yeah,
I think his defense can get him on the court. His 3-point shooting, if it's not there, that'll get him pulled off.
Yep, and it was just like it's just JT Thor vibes, bro. JT Thor vibes. JT Thor, that's another. All I wanted him to do, just make the open corner 3, bro. Just make the shit, bro. Cause the opportunity would just be there, and he goes fucking 1 for 6 from 3 or some shit. And it's just like, God damn it! Like, if you could just make a few of them, I could justify you playing.
2 of 6. I'll take 30%. I will take that for now. I will take because he's 19 still, 20.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, he might be 20 now. And I don't know what his percentages were. I don't have it right here in front of my face. But I feel like at a certain point in time, this Hornets team, we're like the third, fourth youngest team in the NBA, and we just
Yeah,
added
something like
four
that.
fucking rookies. So at this point, bro, when do we start bringing in veterans? Okay, every position can't be a young player, and we're still upside. If the Hornets are trying to replicate that 43 win season or be even better than that, veterans are going to have to start getting brought in at some of these positions. Like, there's no other way around it. We have Book, Kai, JT, Mark, Bryce, and then we drafted
Bryce,
4 more guys. That's fucking 9 young
Nick,
guys
and
right
then
there, and I'm probably forgetting somebody.
I would even toss Nick Richards in that because even though
Yeah,
he's older, it's like he NBA wise, he's
yeah,
not really that much of a veteran.
yeah,
Terry Rozier acts like he's LaMelo's age, and then you got LaMelo, and Miles really ain't too far off.
yeah. So
Gordon
it's just
Hayward's like the only adult in the locker
but
room.
it's just like, bro, nobody listen to this fucking middle-aged white dude, bro, who's fucking always hurt.
Yeah,
Like, bro, at the end of
yeah.
the fucking day, bro, like,
I've always
hey,
said Gordon Hayward's like a lead by example because he went on the court. He's just never on the court to do it.
yeah,
That's his problem.
yeah. And that's like where it's just like Mitch Kupchak talked about, we know we want to go out and get that veteran. It's like, bro, we ain't doing shit. We should have went and got Russell Westbrook or something. He took,
That would
I
have
don't
been
think
a
he wanted to
great.
leave LA.
No,
He took a
He
very
did,
team friendly deal. Insane.
yeah, I think he's ready to. I think when it's over, it's over. I think after this deal, he's
Yeah,
gonna be done.
he's
Or for
ready.
whatever reason he gets cut, I don't think he's gonna play anymore.
Hey, bro. Well, I don't know. Well, it would be a terrible idea for what we're talking about. But what about John Wall, man? Bring John Wall back for, you feel me, for the city, bro, for
I
the
think it
state.
would. I
Because
think
I'm
it would
surprised the
kind of
Clippers
work.
cut him.
Yeah, I was surprised too because one, it was like, what is y'all other option? At the time, it was like,
he was averaging like 11-5 or something like that. Like,
I think it was
coming
his
off the
shooting,
bench.
but it was like John Wall has never been a shooter
Yeah,
ever
he
in
wasn't
college,
playing that bad,
pros.
bro. But it's
Yeah,
like
I wouldn't
at the
mind
end of
it.
the day, adding a blood gang member to this team, and also he's in North Carolina. He's from North Carolina, bro. That nigga finna be in a strip club every night and fucking do whatever else. Like, that shit is not
Yeah, that
necessarily
might not
what
be
this
a good
team
idea.
needs. But
And don't bring in Isaiah Thomas because
yeah, I see people saying that. But to me, bro, I actually wanted him back last year.
last year for sure I wanted him back. Yeah,
I want him back last year.
It made sense. It made
He played
sense.
good, and he wasn't that much of a defensive liability. He really wasn't. He really
Yeah,
wasn't.
he wasn't. But I don't know. I don't know. They say they want veterans. I mean, that was the whole point of not. That was their excuse for not taking 13 and 15. Like in the Mark Williams draft, they were like, we don't want to bring in any more young guys.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't brought any veterans to replace it.
Yeah, I was shocked that we actually, like, I thought this year we were gonna compile our draft picks and out of the 5, maybe use 2 or 3. I was pretty surprised we even used 4.
Yeah, I thought they were going to take all the seconds, basically. I was hoping, rather, they would take all the seconds and move up to the lottery or back into the lottery or something.
Yeah, I really hope that. I mean, Grant Williams at this point, I don't really see no other alternative. He's somebody, I mean, he is coming from Celtics organization, and I mean, been in the conference finals and competing for, in big games basically his whole career. Part of the reason why I kind of considered trading the number 2 pick for Jaylen Brown. Somebody from that Celtics organization, his entire career has been spent on deep playoff runs, and he just knows what the fuck it takes. So
yeah,
I think getting Grant from that Celtics organization could help, but it's like, at what cost of our young guys? Like, how do we make this shit work?
I don't know. I think you do need someone. But I think the problem is they're bringing in people who are too much alike who we have.
Yeah.
So, like Kelly Oubre, he's a vet, but he's like everybody else.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just we already have 8 of them.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, a shooting guard that can do nothing but shoot. Like that's it, bro. And even like when we say shoot, it means he has the ability to actually shoot the ball. Like he's going to shoot 20 times, but not efficiently. He's just
not efficiently.
He can shoot. He might score you an inefficient 20, but it's like, bro, what are we doing long term here? That's where I'm just like, man, bro, we could got somebody like, what's the dude from the Pacers, bro? Who went crazy. Who went crazy, bro? He cooked us in summer league.
Dang, I can't think.
Right, I'm going blank right now, bro.
Dang, who was it?
His name started with a B. I feel like
B.
I want to say
Dang, what is his name?
I want to say Branham, but ain't fucking Branham, bro.
I can't remember. I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name.
Bro, he number 24, I think. Like, I'm getting mad that I don't know his fucking name.
Pacers.
I feel like he got an ugly name. He got an ugly name.
I feel like he got a. Is he still on the Pacers?
Benedict Mathurin.
Oh, you were talking about Benedict Mathurin. Oh, he cooked us too. I thought you were talking about.
If we could have got somebody like him in that draft.
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, he came in from day one in Summer League, cooked our ass. Because we played them that first game in Summer League, I think.
Oh, yeah. See, I was thinking of the play-in game, old buddy just got signed to the Celtics. I was because his last names are Brissett or something. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, Kobe Brissett. Even Chris Duarte torched our ass the first game.
In the first regular season game.
Yeah, he torched our ass. So, I mean, but, bro, Benedict Mathurin, he just came in. He was ready.
He's a dog, too.
I hope that Brandon Miller can contribute this year. Like, we need at least double-digit points out of him.
Oh, for sure.
Defense, like, because somebody has replaced Kelly Oubre, and Cody Martin is not it. Like, no, Cody Martin is going to go out there and give you 7 points, bro, and we know that. Like, that's it.
And people were saying, well, Cody can do the same thing as Caleb. To me, Caleb was always the more offensive-minded one. Even and Cody was the more defensive-minded one.
Even in college, I think Caleb averaged like 18, 19, and Cody averaged like 11. I still think we drafted the wrong one on accident. I've always thought that. I feel like if it was anybody, the Hornets mixed them two names up. Oh, damn. Oh, shit, fuck. All right, bro, fuck it, bro.
All right, now bringing this brother.
Yeah, undrafted, get the other one, bro. Like, they both probably would have went undrafted, bro. I still want to fucking Bol to this day. I don't give a fuck.
No, Bol still would have. Man, Bol on this team? Oh, man.
He would have been Greensboro.
Bol would have been our backup point guard, bro. Imagine the length on. Imagine Brandon Miller, LaMelo, Bol, like Mark Williams. At that point, it don't even matter who you put at the 4.
Oh God, like, it's like, bro, y'all just get in y'all stance and put your arms out, bro, and y'all should be great, exactly. Bro. Like, no cap, but bro, what's your realistic prediction for next year? Assuming that we're fully healthy, and let's just assume that we bring back PJ. I'm not going to factor Grant Williams into this shit because that's not necessarily,
right.
But just we bring back PJ and we run what we got. What is your realistic expectation?
A couple days ago, I was like 45. Now I'm more leaning towards like 42, 41. Only because I think the East has gotten better. And what I mean by that is because when I say that, people think I mean like teams who are under us are better than us. It's just more so they're not easy outs anymore. The Pacers, I think we're still better than the Pacers.
But they did their shit though. They started to do some shit. Got Obi Toppin.
And then also it's just like they're not. Those games are not just going to be. Oh, we should. I'm not looking at a Pacers game, but oh, we got this. Like I was 2 years ago or whatever. Even though they blew us out in the play-in. The Magic is another team where I'm not looking at them and saying, oh, this is an easy win. The way, and this one's crazy, but it's just how the Hornets play. The Wizards is another team. I'm not looking at and just saying, oh, well, because the Wizards are just going to shoot. No, listen. The Wizards, the Wizards are just that. No, you've seen it. Those are the teams that beat us time and time again. Teams who don't care and just start chucking the ball and it goes in because we leave everybody open.
About the Hornets, bro. Like the Hornets, somehow the reason that the Hornets have yet to really take that next leap is because we will lose to the worst teams in the NBA, but then turn around and beat the best teams in the NBA.
We've done it. We've lost to the worst team and then beat the Warriors.
We'll beat the Warriors and then lose to the Rockets, bro. Beat the Bucks and then turn around and lose to the fucking Magic. And it's just like, bro, what are we serious or not, bro? And that's where the Hornets have to, for you to be a good team, you have to win the games you're supposed to win. Like you have to, bro. Like you can't give up too many upsets and expect to make a deep playoff run. Because in 7-game series, motherfucker, you're gonna get upset and you're gonna go home.
Right. And then I always have to go back to 2 years because last year rules just say it didn't count. But 2 years ago, there was a lot of games where they would let themselves go down by 20 and be like, well, we're good enough. And they were offensively.
And then fight back and it's just like, what the fuck?
And make it and still lose. They'd be like, bro, if y'all just played how y'all played, the other 3 quarters, we would have won that game. But instead, y'all want to go down 30 the first quarter just because y'all thought it was fun.
Bro, all right. So like, okay, you say so. Your realistic prediction, your final number is
41-42.
41-42. Now, for me, bro, this might be optimistic as hell, bro, but I'm at like 48-50. And I will tell you the reason why I'm there, bro. Okay, we're a 43 win team. And now, everybody keeps bringing that up. And at the end of the day, it is 2 years ago. Shit changes. You only can't cling on to that for so long. But
because the Cavs are better, who weren't good that year. Pacers,
exactly.
all them things.
But 43 wins. Okay, we were 0 for 7 in overtimes. That there alone makes us 50-win team. And if we were better coached, if we were healthy, because we dealt with injuries, we dealt with COVID, all of that. So, like, as a healthy team, if you just win some of those overtime games and then healthy, bro, we're easily a 50-something win team. And then on top of that, you factor in the fact that was with us having Plumlee and Bismack Biyombo for our center rotation. We have centers now. So it's like the only person that's really going from that team now is Oubre. I'm not expecting that to be that much of a difference. Now, obviously, with Miles, you hope that he can look like that old Miles and all of that. A lot of things have to go right for us to get to that number. Health, the main thing. But if we stay healthy, everybody plays around 65 games plus, bro, we can surprise the people, bro. I really do.
50's high, but I do see the
logic behind
I see what you're saying.
Right?
I see the logic behind it. 50's high, but I see the logic behind
because
it.
We could have been that shit then, bro. And Steve Clifford, he has us playing defense now. Something that James Borrego just couldn't get this team to do.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Because I saw a tweet today, somebody who doesn't watch Hornets basketball, they were saying I expect the Hornets to win like 26 games. And I was like, we won 27 last year. Yeah, he was like, he doubled, like tripled down on it. Yeah, I was like, bro, we won 27 last year, and our best player played 36 games.
Bro, and this is like, bro, and this is why I don't even read a lot of mainstream stuff when it regards to our team, because I already know it's going to be up there. Bleacher Report, ESPN, they drop these lists and whatever. The Hornets are 28, 29, 30. Bro, how are we fucking worse than we were this year? And we're getting a number 2 pick. We're getting LaMelo Ball back. Like, we're getting Miles Bridges back. How are we possibly a 20-something win team? Like, it's just like, bro, do y'all even watch this team? I feel like
what the crazy?
No.
Yeah, and then what the crazy part is, like, for example, they don't really watch the game. But then, like, PJ becomes a free agent. Oh, everybody should want. He does this, and this. But yet you put him on the Hornets, and all of a sudden he doesn't do what? Yeah, what is that? Because that's how they be treating Kelly Oubre. Same way. Oh, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten picked up. But when he was on our team, he was trash. I saw something like a couple weeks ago, and it was like name a player that you think would be better off on a contender, but his career is rotting away on a bad franchise or something like that. And it was Terry. And I was like, bro, I know you do not watch Hornets because Terry Rozier, are we talking about the same? Year. Like, his best years have been with Charlotte. His thing before he came to Charlotte was he is inconsistent. He cannot make shots. He came to Charlotte and started lighting it up until 40%. Last year. Yeah. Right. He started lighting it up until last year. And even last year, I mean, what else you were supposed to do? You were getting quadruple teamed because you were the only person that could score.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm hopeful, bro. Like, I think the additions of Miles Bridges and Brandon Miller is gonna bolster and Cody Martin. I mean, like, however I feel about Martin, he plays defense, bro. And at the end of the day, if you can play defense, you can give us 7, 8. Okay, that's something, bro. Like, and if we bring in Grant Williams, the depth, bro, we could do something. Because let's name how we think the East gonna go. Like, I'm gonna go first. So for me, bro, I think the top is either gonna be Celtics, Bucks. If the Heat get Dame, I'll put them like at 3, 4. Let's throw the Cavs in there. 5. Who are we at? 5? Shit.
Sixers.
Oh yeah, 6 I haven't even named them. But see, they're about to lose Harden, so it's like, who are they gonna replace him with?
I
Because
think they'll find something. I don't know
yeah,
who they're going to
yeah.
replace
So we'll
Harden with, but
see.
I
But
guarantee you it's not going to
yeah,
be
I'll put them in there. Now, see,
Knicks.
that leaves up at 6, bro. To me, I don't give a fuck about the Knicks, bro. I don't look at the Knicks. I don't look at the Knicks and be like, they're so much better than Charlotte. They're the same fucking team. They were just healthy.
We beat them. We beat
Exactly.
them. We beat them once last year with nobody, and then earlier in the season we barely lost to them.
Yeah.
Dennis
So
Smith Jr. I think was going
I
crazy that
think
game.
what didn't they win off a game winner or we went to
It
overtime
was
and
something
lost? It was
close like
something.
that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was something, bro. So it's just like, bro, I don't fear the Knicks. They're still
And
fucking,
both times I'm talking about were at Madison Square Garden. The game we
yeah,
won late in the season that I think we knocked them out of a seed. We knocked
yeah,
them into the 5th seed or something like that.
yeah.
And then earlier in the season where we
Yeah, so
almost beat them.
that's where I'm not even worried about. I'm not even worried about that. Like at the end of the day, Brunson and Julius Randle were healthy. For us, LaMelo and Miles were absent. So it's just like to me, bro,
Yeah.
it's tit for tat. At the end of the day, I think we could possibly have a little bit more depth in them. I think we could possibly have a little bit
I
more
can
depth.
see us having more depth. Also because Tibbs don't play any he plays 5 people. So.
Tibbs rotations are fucking stupid as fuck. They'll shoot themselves in the foot eventually, bro. I don't care.
No,
Bro.
for sure. That's what happens to the playoff. Like I think the only reason they were able to beat the Cavs is because that was the Cavs like first time really being in the playoffs.
With that
No
core.
LeBron, no Kyrie. So, and that's the worst. I think the Knicks are the worst team to go against when it's your first time kind of stepping into the playoffs because they play hard all the time. But we saw when they played the Hawks 2 years ago, the Hawks hit them in the mouth because they were like, bro, it's the playoff. We've been here. We just came off the Eastern Conference Finals. We know what it takes. So y'all not going to surprise us. Yeah. But speaking of the Hawks, you have the Hawks though.
So also the Hawks, I might put them at 7, and because they just lost John Collins. Who did they even get back for that?
Nobody.
Yes, they lost. So the Hawks are now at 7, and because I really think that team hates Trae Young. It's something with that locker room where just Trae. I've
heard.
Like
I've heard it.
I hear negative things. So okay, that, and then at 8, I would throw the Knicks in there. Now it's like as far as 7 to 8 already is the play-in. I guess you could throw the Bulls in there because they are running it back. Now, yeah, the Raptors. Now, I don't even know.
They're like the Knicks again, though. Like,
they're losing Van Vliet. They're losing Van Vliet and replacing him with Dennis Schroeder. I don't know who their backup point guard is going to be, but because they are the Raptors and they have seemed to be a well-coached team, I'll put them in the play-in, and then that's 9. So what 10? We're looking at. I mean, the Bulls or Pacers or. I'll probably say the Pacers, maybe the Bulls.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna get off to a bad start and they're gonna dismantle the team. That's what
I mean. That's what they should do, but they re-signed Vucevic. So I don't know how easy
that surprised me. That's like they chose to run it back, and it's like y'all weren't good, and Lonzo's done. So that whole we were the first seed with Lonzo, it's over. It's gone.
I get it to the point where I don't think you're going to get a 2010 center for that price.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, even though it's not working out there, Vooch is a 2010 center. So I think if anything, you might be able to trade him at some point. But when that point will come, I have no idea. I hope it's more so let's get him for this cheap deal because he'll be an asset at this point. A 2010 center only getting paid like roughly $18 million. I think people would jump on that. Let's make him an asset as opposed. I hope it's that instead of let's sign him because we think, like you said, we can run him back and be good.
Yeah, so personally, I mean, I think that's how it could round out. Now, I could be being optimistic with that Hornets team. We might not be top 6. We might be playing again. But I think at this point, we need to get over this play-in hump. I really want us to.
Yeah, I'm tired of the play-in.
I'm tired of play-in, bro. I would love for us to be 6 and just be able to go straight into a playoff game, bro.
I don't even care if we get swept.
Bro, we was there, dog.
I just want to be in there. Yeah, I just want to be in there. Like, hey, bro, we ready.
I want to go to a playoff game in Charlotte, bro. Bro, because so if we 6, who do I have at the 3rd seed? That would be the Heat with Dame. We could get one. We could get us one.
We could get one.
Depending on who goes back on the trade. I mean, we might that depth that we're talking about. Like, I feel like a lot of these teams now, they're gonna be structured very top heavy, especially with this new CBA. These teams are going to be top heavy as hell, bro.
Yeah.
It's going to be, do you have 10, 11 guys that can go against their 5 guys? That's what the NBA
And hopefully
will
by
turn
that
into.
time we do. Yeah. Hopefully by
Exactly.
that time we do with Nick Smith, Bryce. So
Yeah, hopefully one of them
it
turn into something. And
50 wins is a lot, though.
but
I
bro,
want to see
we
it.
was
I want to
close.
see it. If we get
I
50,
would love that shit, bro.
if
I
we
would
got
love it.
50 wins, you couldn't tell me anything. Like we
You
got
couldn't
50
tell me
wins.
shit. Bro, I'm happy.
We
Now we
made the
do have to
playoffs in
factor
my
in.
head.
We do have to factor in. Yeah, I feel at 50 now. Like I feel like honestly, we can still get in because this year, bro, the Hornets were fucking ass. But when we had 43 wins, that was like tied for the fucking 10th seed. Then
Yeah,
this year,
yeah.
43 wins would have had us like what the fucking 6th, 7th seed. We would have been straight.
Yeah, I think it was 7th seed. Yeah, 7th seed or by
Like,
like 2
bro, what the
games or something like
fuck?
that.
And cause yeah, oh damn, I forgot about the Nets. Damn, I did forget. I left them out of that shit too.
Oh, I forgot about the Nets too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
maybe put us to
cause I was
7.
yeah, so maybe put but like with the Nets, bruh, shit at the end of the day, this is gonna be their first full year. No Kevin Durant, no Kyrie, no none of that shit. And I mean,
True.
what they got? Cam Thomas better go crazy. Like I don't know. Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, dog. Like I don't know.
That's
I mean, Nick
that's not
Claxton,
enough. That's not enough.
Nick Claxton,
They got Dinwiddie.
and then I mean they got Dennis Smith Jr. But I mean, I don't see it. I don't really see enough. I think the reason they made the play in, was just based off of what they did at the beginning of the season from what Kevin Durant
Yeah,
had
I think
built up.
they had a really bad losing record once KD.
Yeah,
Kyrie
so I mean, I think they could be a team that's not as good as people think. The Pistons, they haven't. They're still the Pistons, bro. And the Wizards are going to be trash because we're going to see a green like no other with Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole, bro. They're going to be shooting 30 times a game. Like, it doesn't even fucking matter, bro. Like,
I'm betting the over every time on both of them. Even when I miss, I'm gonna be okay because it's like, bro, they're literally gonna get.
They don't care. Like, there's nobody else. Who do they even draft? Like, who is their young prospects? Like, I don't even know who.
Koulibaly, but he's not even a scorer like that.
Yeah,
he's not.
He's
not gonna take shots away from them two.
And then shit, Vernon Carey's still on their team. I don't know, bro. Like,
oh no, I think he was playing tonight. I think I saw him on the summer league. I might have been tripping, but I thought it was him.
Yeah,
before we started recording.
I don't know what the fuck the Wizards are part. And somebody texted the group chat too and said Keegan definitely cash. So I'm litty. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck the Wizards are gonna do. They're gonna be ass, bro. And shit, is that all the teams? Who else is usually at the bottom? So. Oh, the Magic. As far as the Magic, I mean, I still don't think they have enough to put it together yet. They're still going to be another young team, and they're probably going to be expecting a lot of Anthony Black and needing a lot out of him to even compete. Wagner, I like Wagner. I like both the Wagners. I like Paolo, but I mean, outside of that, I don't know. We'll see if Bobo can take a leap, but I'm not too impressed with them either. Like, they're finna be they're finna be asked to be, and then. Yeah, bro. Like, I think the Hornets can be a top 6 seed. Now, is it going to be easy? No. Do I think the East is going to be tight for them top 6 seeds? Hell yeah. Which is why every game going to matter and why we have to stay healthy for this to even be a conversation. Because if LaMelo plays anything less than 65, we're looking at play-in. And I mean, hopefully, I'm interested to see how this new CBA rule, you got to play 65 games to be eligible for all NBA and MVP awards and all that shit. I'm just to see, do people really care about that? Is everybody going to be, bandaged up trying to get to that 65th game? Like, I'm interested to see how that goes.
I don't think the older player, I think the really good teams, I don't think they're going to care. So the Celtics, I think really do, because at this point, as young as Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are, I think their thing is the championship because they lost the finals.
They don't want Jaylen Brown to get all NBA. They don't want to get that nigga 300 million.
True.
They don't want that nigga
they might try to bench him.
That's how I feel about LaMelo, bro. I don't want that nigga to get 260, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I know someone that's a Hawks fan, and they didn't want Trae Young to get all NBA. They were like, bro, please don't
get all NBA, bro. Because I mean, like, we do have Gordon Hayward expiring next year, but I mean, that doesn't mean just replace that shit with LaMelo.
With LaMelo money. Which, as much as I love LaMelo, it's like, bro, he can't finish the season.
We need the money, bro. And now that We got to factor in Miles again next year. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, bro. Bro, no, I don't need that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the person making the decisions because, man,
It's like,
I
bro,
mean,
people
actually, I think
kill
the
Mitch,
decisions are
bro.
easy.
People kill Mitch, bro, but I feel like he does a good job of what he has to work with. Now, sometimes
That's what I was about to say.
Sometimes I do feel like he can be passive aggressive. I do feel like he can be passive, like, bro, we need a backup point guard, dog. Can you like do fucking something, bro? I knew we weren't finna do shit. Fucking Rob Boone post his ass watching summer league practice. God damn, bro, you're not been in the office, bro.
Oh yeah, and then when they were like, we signed our rookies. I was like, bro, get on the phone. What are you doing?
Oh, bro, like, do
this man out here shaking hands and hugging parents,
bro. Like, and this is like, bro, you being at summer league practice ain't do shit because nigga, these niggas out there playing like shit. You won't doing nothing out there. Oh yeah, hey coach, hey, have him doing this, bro. What the fuck? You overseeing some bullshit. You need to be on the fucking phone.
Exactly. He should have been out there. I'm calling y'all replacement right now. That's how you get someone hyped up. You the GM on the phone the whole practice. Everybody gonna be like, bro, let me get my shit together.
Let me get my shit together, bro. But yeah,
to me, man, bro, on the phone calling my replacement right now.
To me, Booknight and Kai are done, bro. They replaced in my eyes.
We'll see. Bro. Someone just told me on Twitter that I didn't read it all, but basically they were just saying Kai's not done, and they went on the spiel about how we shouldn't give up on Kai.
It's only one summer league game.
It was. Let me see if I can find it really fast.
Like, bro, and I want to believe that shit, dog. But bro, what did he have tonight? 2-0.
It says Kai's done. We will, and it says we. I'm assuming he's saying me and him watch the game differently. I saw solid pick and roll action, but with rookies who are new at playing off it. First of all, pick and roll was so basic. I give it if it was like
bro, we not running no complex actions, bro.
No, bro, it's just regular pick and roll. Anybody can do it. I saw poorly thrown alley-oops, all of them. That's not. I mean, I wasn't blaming Kai for those, but whatever. Yeah, and then I saw very good defense. Kai had one block.
Yeah, Kai had one block, and that's where it's like, bro, he does that shit every now and then where he has that crazy shit highlight where he just jumps high as fuck. He either is gonna dunk on somebody or he's gonna block the ball because he can run and jump. But at the end of the day, bro, you're a center that played 21 minutes and had 0 boards, dog. In summer league. Like, bro, how is this man gonna get on the floor? Because I'm not.
And what's even crazier, he had a double-digit rebound game in the NBA last year, but you can't get me 5 in the summer league.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, at the end of the day, how does Kai Jones get onto the floor? Because I'm not playing him over Nick Richards, and I mean, I really wouldn't even play him over JT Thor. But if we especially sign Grant Williams, he's not playing over him. If PJ ends up having to come off the bench, he's not playing over him. So, and he can't play anything more than the 4. The 4 is already pushing it. But he damn sure can't play the 3. He is a center that really ain't even that because that's not what he fucking work on. So
he wants to be a shooting guard.
Yeah, bro.
He wants to be a shooting guard.
It's like he wants to be a stretch 5 and doesn't have the skills to be the stretch. Like, bro, you're just a 5, dog. Like, focus on fucking doing drop steps and fucking dunking the ball, my nigga. That's what he needs to be working on. He don't work, bro. When you see his summer tape, like, he posted shit on Instagram and all this shit. He's never working on shit like that. It's always doing crossovers and doing step back 3s. Like, bro, that's not the reason why you're not playing, dog.
Yeah. It's like they're not mad at you because you can't shoot 3s. That's kind of what they expected.
Like, who is on his team? Like, I really wonder who's in some of these players' camps. Who's working these guys out? Because they don't want the best for you. This ain't the best for you.
Yeah. That's why sometimes I'd be telling myself, I'd be like, I should figure out what it takes to be like an agent or something. So I can tell these dudes, like, bro, this is what you need to be doing. Let me tell you, I'm telling you, I've seen it around the league. I'm telling you exactly what's going on.
Right. It's crazy because I actually know Dennis Smith Jr.'s agent. Well, his first agent when he was a rookie. It was crazy because he came into my shoe store one day, wanted to buy shoes, and we just got talking about the Hornets or about Dennis Smith Jr. I don't even know how. But like, yeah, man, because he had on an NBA, NBA something hat, like draft combine. It's something where it's like you don't see people wearing that. Why you got on a draft combine hat? Like, who are you? And it just came to, I'm an agent. Yeah, I see man, Dennis Smith Jr. where he was in Dallas and and oh shit. So that was actually kind of crazy, like to be somebody like that. But I definitely did pick his brain a little bit. Like, what the fuck is it like to be an agent?
It's gotta be crazy.
Getting them deals, like, bro. Like he
I
on
need
a
to talk
Rich
Rich
Paul type of
Paul.
nigga. He
That's
on a
what I
Rich
was
Paul
like.
type of
Rich
nigga.
Paul
That nigga
different.
Rich
Rich
Paul a
Paul,
fucking menace. Like,
boy.
bro, that clutch sports shit, bro. Now, look. So I actually did want to say this to you. So I know, I watched your video about, how you feel about Miles, and we did him a
Yeah,
solid. He turned around and didn't, or whatever. Which I mean,
yeah.
partly it was him. But I really feel like it was Clutch, bro. I feel like
No,
Clutch
for
had a
sure.
lot to
It probably
do
was.
with what happened these last few days. Because even boom, restricted free agency starts. You come to the Hornets to say, yeah, release him from that so he can be a restricted free agent. Who the fuck would do that? That's Clutch
That's what I'm
bullshit.
saying. It
That's
literally
Rich
makes
Paul,
no
bro.
sense.
That was Rich Paul, bro. Because we saw the way I don't even know who it was. He held this kid out of the draft combine, out of working out with teams, everything. Because I guess this team had a promise, bro. He went 58th. He was the
Oh, Chris
last pick of
Livingston
the
from
draft,
Kentucky.
bro.
Yeah,
Like, bro, you doing
he
all
was telling
that,
people, "Don't draft him. Don't draft him."
like,
And it was
bro,
like,
what?
bro,
So
he's
again,
going
like,
58th.
he
I get
literally
it. It's to
almost
the
went
Bucks,
undrafted, dog.
but
Like,
yeah, I get it. But 58th.
bro, no combine, no workouts. Hey, don't draft this kid so he can go to the last pick. Like sometimes Rich Paul just does shit. We're just like, bro, what's going on? And like the unorthodox methods sometimes are just a bit extreme, and I really do feel like it was Clutch. Now we saw some Clutch players get a big bag these last few days, but it's
Yeah,
like he wanted Miles to be one of them. It's like, bro, he hasn't played basketball in a fucking year, and even
and it's his
then,
fault.
yeah, and even
It's literally
last
his
year,
fault.
we were having a conversation of is Miles worth the max? We weren't necessarily sure. So
I've always said he's only had 1.5 great years.
yeah, so
He
it's
had
just
the end of 3 years ago at this point, and then obviously that whole 2021, 2022 season.
yeah, so it's just like, bro, at the end of the day, it was already like, what do we pay this guy? But what happened last year just added an even bigger question mark to that. What is he worth? And I mean, the Cavs were reportedly interested, but I think the Hornets did right. The market that didn't show that it was that strong. And personally, we could have signed him to a 3 year, $60 million deal or whatever the case.
Yeah.
And he got there, averaged 13 points this year. And we're like, damn, he done regressed. Or just, I mean, just the fact that, okay, PJ, if you go to look at his old numbers, when Miles had his best season, PJ's numbers are down. At the end of the day, as other players pay better, usage rate's going to change. We got to factor in Brandon Miller getting 40 minutes. Miles Bridges might not come out and have 21 points or whatever like he did before.
LaMelo's he's a more of a scorer than he was. Not saying he couldn't score, but he takes those shots more. And
Yeah.
I will say last year probably because everybody was out, but still we saw him his points went up. So
At the end
I
of the
expect him to go
season,
up again this year.
yeah, before he got hurt, like LaMelo showed he can low key fuck around and be a 25-10 guy if we just give him the fucking keys and let him cook. Which at this point with that contract, we have done.
I feel like they have,
So, yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about this upcoming season, but I'm excited for the Hornets and Panthers season to start. I'm excited either way it go.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the Panthers too. I was telling my wife today. I was explaining to her.
Oh, you married,
what
man?
the Panthers?
Yeah,
yeah. I've been married for a year, literally a year and a couple of days. But yeah, I was telling her, I was like, because she just hear me yell about the Hornets. She don't really like. She just be seeing it. She's like, why? Basically, like, why you like the sorry T? That's what she be saying.
Oh God, they don't understand. But like, why you like the Hornets? Ass? Like,
I be like, bro, I don't. And I be feeling bad because I really can't explain to her why I do. But I be telling her, I was telling her like with the Panthers, I wish the Hornets would do that. And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, with these new owners, they were like, bro, we don't know anything. Like, for example, David Tepper was like, look, I already done messed up once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire one person. We'll start off with Frank Wright. I'm going to give you the money, but you do the rest. I hope the Hornets, when that time comes, I think this year's too soon. That's something else I was telling her.
Yeah,
it's too soon.
That's something. That's the main reason why we lost Kenny Atkinson, because we wouldn't let him hire the assistant coaches that he wanted to. Michael Jordan was being cheap as fuck.
And it's like, bro, how you gonna bring in a coach and then force him to have assistants he don't even know? Like that literally doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So I hope that the new owners do what David Tepper did and was like, hey, look, I'm not a basketball person. I'm just gonna give y'all the money. I'm gonna hire my one person to be the brains of the operation. I'm gonna give that person the power to build the rest. Because I think the Panthers got one of the best coaching staffs in the league.
Yeah,
easily.
bro, insane. The best. I think it's the
That
best coach staff in the league.
it's
And
crazy.
I love Scott Fitterer, bro. I love him as a GM.
Yeah,
I love him.
I think that finally not because once we saw Matt Rule go, he started cooking. He's like, all right,
Matt Rule was
this is
in
what
the
I've been
way,
trying
bro.
to do for the last 2 years.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's
Matt
like,
Rule
this is
was
what I've
in
been
the
trying to do
fucking
the last
way.
two
He was
years.
a fucking idiot, dog. And I don't know why Tepper gave him the power because like Matt Rule was making some GM decisions. Like, bro, I don't know if he
Yeah,
was
he
an
was,
assistant GM but he like it's just like, bro, why does this man have so much power? He hasn't proven shit.
and he just came out of college. It's not like he
And
was
he wasn't even
coaching
that
the
crazy in
Dolphins and.
college. It's not like
Mm-mm.
the fucking Baylor Bears were fucking going to the fucking, you know, football playoff with the top four. They were fucking decent. He turned from a trash team to
Yeah,
a decent team. We were like,
yeah.
bag. Here goes the bag. Here.
Take it all.
That shit was
That's
funny.
why he can't, and that explains also like it should him only getting a Nebraska job should show like when's the last
Yeah.
time Nebraska's been good.
Yeah, bro. Like, bro, no other NFL team was going to hire him, bro. And like, bro, he was so incompetent. Like, it makes me believe everything that Teddy Bridgewater talked about. Where like we didn't practice 2-minute drills or anything that any other NFL team
I
practices,
remember
bro.
when he said that. He
And
was confused. He
people
was like,
didn't
bro, where are we
believe
at?
him. Yeah, people didn't believe him. People thought he was just a disgruntled guy, bro. Teddy Bridgewater doesn't have that type of personality, bro. I
Never.
believe that
Never.
shit
Everybody
then.
loves Teddy Rip.
Yeah, I
Everybody
believe
loves Teddy
that shit
Bridgewater.
then. And it came out, what player talked about it? I think Shaq or somebody was talking about it when they were talking about Frank Reich. And he was like, yeah, you know, we're working on this and this and this. Like, oh shit, we really weren't doing that shit. Like, that's
We really
crazy.
is. Yeah. I think something like that's going to come about the Hornets because every time someone comes to the Hornets and they leave, they don't go into detail, and I think it's because Michael Jordan was the owner. But they always say like, yeah, like they definitely need some work over it, like, and they just leave it at
Yeah.
that and move on.
Yeah.
Because like Isaiah Thomas was like, he just said it the other day, even though I think he was like courting for himself. He was like, they need some vets. They do. Everybody who's came through here has said the same thing. Montrezl Harrell almost he kind of alluded to it. He was just saying like, yeah, you know, things were just a little whatever, like they just weren't, you know, kind of my place or whatever his reasoning was.
And bro,
but it was just like
has he
every
signed?
time.
What team is he on?
I don't think he's on any. He might be on the 76ers because it might have been a 2-year deal, but if he's not on the 76ers, he's nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And
he got played off.
I know him.
They started playing him.
Yeah,
really?
I know him too. I be texting him every now and then, bro. I met him through shoes, bro. He got a shoe store in Rocky Mount.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he got a shoe store in Rocky Mount, and you know I got a shoe store in Raleigh. So I met him through that, and you know we texted back and forth every now and then. I was just talking to him probably about 3-4 days ago, but he might be getting ready for Drew League. I know this time of the year that's usually where he at.
Yeah.
He'd be over there doing that Drew League shit. But I was actually kind of mad that we did not play him. Like we brought him in. He played good for the first few games. All right, bro, your minutes are gone. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and then it was like the thing was, it was like, who are we giving them to? We're giving them to Big Matt Biombo.
Fucking retarded. Like, just team, bro. It's draining as hell. But I mean, the fact that we need veterans, it's not a secret. I mean, we're like I said, we're the 4th youngest team in the NBA, and we just added 4 more rookies. So that average age is probably gonna drop down even more. So it's just like we need vets, bro. Like you can't fucking win with people who haven't won before. Like
exactly.
It doesn't work like that. Like
on any level, as good as all of these guys are, none of them have won on any level. If you look at our roster, we don't have a single NCAA champion. I don't even think do we even have anyone that's been in the Final Four for college basketball? Maybe even Elite 8. I might even go that far because Brandon Miller didn't make the Elite 8.
No, shit.
UConn when James Bouknight was there didn't make it. Bryce went to fucking Nebraska. I don't think we have any. Maybe in their high school, but I don't even count that because apparently it's just easy to win high school.
Fucking Nick Smith with Arkansas.
Oh yeah, they went to they did.
Gordon Hayward, didn't Butler go to the final?
Was that him or was that? That was him. Yeah, I'm thinking because they went twice. They went with him and then they went with
because Brad Stevens was the coach.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but like outside of that,
but that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's hard to add in anything regarding Gordon Hayward because he's a middle-aged white man. Like, bro, shit don't matter, bro. You don't relate to these guys. It's like,
no, at all.
You don't relate to this team, and that's why Cody Zeller left. He's like, bro, I'm the oldest dude in the room. Like, I kind of want to be around people like me who are
Right.
older, but really white.
Right. Exactly.
But for real, like, bro, this team is full of fucking gang members and fucking criminals.
That's why I wanted us to get Dylan Brooks so bad. Like I was like, bro, let's just go ahead and complete it. Let's just go ahead, get Brandon Miller. At the time, we didn't draft him. Let's get Brandon Miller, Dylan Brooks.
Fuck it, bro. Draft Imani Bates, bro.
Oh yeah, Monty Bates. Oh my god. So before, I know we've been on for a long time. We've done way off topic, but
yeah, oh god,
I was so sick of people telling me, yeah, man, y'all need to trade up to get Imani Bates. I said, if Imani Bates goes anywhere near this first round, I will never talk basketball again.
Yeah, bro. Like,
and he didn't.
Yeah,
because people were they were mad at me because I was like, oh, he's good at shooting, and I've said it time and time again. I don't have a problem with Imani Bates' game. It does not fit well with this team. It fits with where he went to the Cavs, who they really need someone to.
They need that bench scoring. That's what I was talking about.
Throw the ball at the basket and see if it goes in. They actually need that. So that works for them. That will not work for us. And people were like, "Oh, y'all think y'all suck anyway? Y'all think y'all too good for Imani?" One, kind of, because because he was just throwing up shit, but that was because everybody let him. Penny Hardaway used him wrong, trying to make him a point guard, and then he went to Eastern Michigan, where they just let him do whatever he wanted.
Yeah, he got off. I mean, he could have maybe been like a JT Thor replacement, but he's so fucking skinny. He's gonna have to.
He is, and people say Brandon Miller ain't strong. He really ain't. He gets bullied. Like anytime anybody comes up to him, they bully him.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just I don't know. I did want G Jackson though.
G Jackson was one I was like I said, let's just go ahead and buy into it.
If we would have kept 39, I would have loved that for him.
Yeah,
I feel Jackson, like Najee would have. I feel like Najee would have been there at 34, bro. Like,
I think so too.
Was it worth giving away a pick to move up 3 spots? Like, I just think he would have been there.
Yeah, I think so. I think because I actually thought Najee had a potential to go in the first round, but it was like 2 teams specific. Like it was like the Warriors because they could take a flyer on a young center, a young physical center at that. And I think it was the Nuggets was the other team, just because I felt like you're going to have Jokic play the majority of the minutes anyway. Why not have the rookie maybe come in there and just do some spot up minutes, so you got to worry about having old DeAndre Jordan do it. But once they didn't take him, I said, oh, well, I think the Hornets can get him at 39. And then I wasn't mad at getting him at 31, but still. Yeah, I heard Mitch Kupchak talk about him, though, and it was something like he just found out about the dude.
No, damn.
That's why he wanted him so bad.
I don't know, but, I mean, at the end of the day, I really want to know why the fuck he didn't play tonight. Like, I need some answers.
I don't know either, because we literally needed a center.
We literally needed that shit, and it's just like, I feel like maybe they might be staggering some guys. Like, okay, you guys are going to play in, you feel me, this California Classic. Okay, you set of guys are going to play in Vegas. But, I mean, because, we had our 19 people on our roster. Now it's 16. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know. We still went pretty, I guess you could say, veteran heavy. Like, we ran.
Yeah, because I think 4 guys didn't even play.
Yeah, we ran our top guys for the most part the whole game, really. So I don't know. I was shocked. I was shocked to not see Najee. Like, what the fuck? Was he there? Was he on the bench? I didn't
see him at all.
Because I don't really. I mean, I know what he looks like, but I didn't see him. I don't think I seen him.
Right. I don't think I saw him either.
But he was on the roster when they showed the picture, and he's been in Charlotte working out.
Yeah,
he was.
Which I like that about him. I like that about him. As soon as he came from where I think he was in Spain, as soon as he got here, he was like, "I'm in the gym." I said, "Yes, sir." That's what I'm talking about,
bro. He 250, 7 foot, 7 foot 7 wingspan.
19 years old.
Yeah, I think tonight. So it's just like I think he's gonna be Nick Richards' replacement once Nick Richards.
For sure. Because Nick Richards on a team friendly deal, so I wouldn't even be surprised if he gets traded this year, because it's like, why not? Well, if James Najee is further along than anticipated, which he's been playing in the pros since he was 16, 17.
Yeah. So you think he gonna be drafting stash, or we just send him to Greensboro?
I say drafting stash just because I think they have to pay for him to get out his contract this year.
I heard it's cheap. I heard it's cheap as fuck though.
Oh, so maybe I don't know.
His contract ends in 2027, so it's like we're gonna have to pay to get him out either way.
Oh, so
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
I thought it was like next year. Oh yeah, if you could, yeah, then put him in Greensboro.
Yeah, we might as well just put him in Greensboro. But I mean, to me, it's just like I don't know if the Euro League is like because the Euro League is hard. Like I think Victor Wembanyama's per 36 in Euro League was like
Oh,
13 points. And yeah,
they were bullying him in EuroLeague. They were
yeah,
when he was playing in that, I think it was the French final. They were bullying him.
yeah,
The team they were playing, from what I've gathered, like watching the little bit I did, that team was like built to stop him specifically. So
yeah.
he
That
struggled.
that Euro League team, that Euro League serious over there. So it's just like
I want to watch it, but
yeah,
you gotta pay for
yeah.
it. Like it's real streaming. And I don't
So it's just like I don't know if the G League or the Euro League is better for his development because like if he's over there getting real work in the Euro League, shit, leave him over there. But if it's like tit for tat or just keep him in Greensboro, so you can keep eyes on him and shit. We can move him up whenever we
yeah.
know.
I think being able to keep the eyes on him would probably be the biggest part because the EuroLeague I think was tougher just because at least for those guys standard they made it. That some guys are okay with being, over there playing, as
Yeah,
opposed to the G League. You got kind of like
they trying
it's
to
a
get to that NBA. It's
melting
right
pot.
there. It's right
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
So
you could be guarding somebody who literally is on an NBA roster, and they back in the NBA
right.
the next day. Yeah,
So
but
but
yeah,
all right then. Well, I guess we talked
yeah.
about everything.
Every
Let
fucking
me
thing.
stop this before. Let me start this before it closes. So let's see. Let's go ahead and stop it. Oh well, I guess I'm gonna say our goodbyes. Go ahead and tell everybody
Yeah,
where to find you.
yeah. You can find
Yeah, go
me
ahead.
on Twitter at BuzzBoys919, but most importantly, my YouTube channel is just Bud Boys Podcast. Like it's gonna come up. I got like a little cool emoji up there. He got shades on and shit. Like you gonna see me, Buzz Boys on YouTube. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get 600 subscribers right now on the road to 1,000. So that's the biggest thing, man. Hit me on YouTube, and this will be on YouTube for both of us.
Yeah, follow my boy. Follow my boy. All right. Well then. All right. It's been nice talking to you. We gotta do it again. We might do it after every game. I don't know.
I say
We'll
yeah,
figure
we
it
can do
out.
this shit after every game, bro. Like, because I mean, we
Yeah.
don't play
So
again until
we'll.
the fifth, and then well, it's probably what
Yeah.
four
I
games
want to
in,
try to
baby.
figure out how to do this. I want to try to figure out how to do this live. I was going to do it tonight, but I didn't want to uphold because I never went live with him before, so I didn't want to take up all our time trying to set it up. Because
Trying to
this I knew
figure
how to
out,
do.
yeah,
Trying to figure out how to
Pretty-
make sure this go on live, and then got to make sure it works, and then but this I already know. Like I press record, and then we good to go. So we'll
yeah,
maybe
hell
try to
yeah,
go live, but we'll figure it out. But
yeah.
all
We'll
right,
figure it
see y'all.
out. All right.